All right, well, today's Clues by Sam is listed as tricky, so we'll see how tricky it is. We're finding all of the innocents and criminals using the clues given to us in the puzzle. So Rob says there are exactly 3 innocent sleuths. Okay, well, by the way, so somebody pointed this out, and I noticed it before. It's a little subtle, but when the clue is referencing a job, the people with that job, it's bolded. So you see sleuth is bolded here, clerk is not, pilot's not, sleuth and sleuth. It's a little subtle. I feel like sometimes it's not like you can glance around and obviously see where they are, but it does help a little bit. So, and somebody else said one tip, so you can click on the clues to hide them. So if you kind of click to hide and unhide, hide and unhide, the boldness kind of bounces in and out. So that helps. That can help you find them if you're not seeing where all of that job is. So there's 3 sleuths. There's 3 innocent sleuths. They're all innocent. Okay, so easy start. Easy start. Exactly 1 innocent to the left of Helen is neighboring Alex. 1 innocent to the left of Helen. Oh, it's also the names, actually. So this one is referencing Helen, so Helen is bolded. So 1 innocent to the left of Helen is neighboring Alex. So Emily or Freya is going to be innocent. Now, we don't know that it's an innocent and... Oh, I know, it says exactly 1. So yeah, it is 1 of each. So I'm going to mark those with the corner saying these are 1 each of criminal and innocent. All right, Nancy has more innocent neighbors than Helen. Nancy has more innocent neighbors than Helen. Here's Helen. Nancy's down here. Well, Nancy already has 3 innocent neighbors. But that doesn't really tell us much because Nancy could have 2 more potentially. Okay. Vince says there's an odd number of innocents neighboring Joyce in row 2. Odd number of innocents neighboring Joyce in row 2. Okay, so in row 2, there's 3 people neighboring Joyce. We know there's an innocent and a criminal among these 2. So if Gus were innocent, that would mean 2 innocents neighboring Joyce. There's an odd number. Gus is a criminal. Okay. And actually this one here, we could probably hide this one already because I did the corner marks, so we already know that. Okay, so Nancy, okay, there's an odd number of innocents in row 2. Well, again, we have 1 of each here, so that's 1. If Helen were innocent, we'd have 2, which would not be odd. So Helen also must be a criminal. Okay, exactly 2 of Joyce's 5 innocent neighbors also neighbor Rob. So Joyce has 5 innocent neighbors. There's 2. There's 1 up here. 3, 4. No, 2. That's 3. So 4. So there's 2 of these 3. 2 of them also neighbor Rob. Where's Rob? Rob's right here. Oh, so it has to be Olaf and Katie have to be innocent. Oh, I didn't want to mark that one with the color, but that's okay. It's gone now. And so that tells us those are innocent. But also, remember, there's 5 around Joyce. 1 up here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nancy is a criminal. There we go. Okay. Nice. There's an odd number of criminals on the edges. I don't think that's going to be helpful yet. Isaac has exactly 2 innocent neighbors. Isaac has exactly 2 innocent neighbors. Well, Emily or Freya is one of them. Olaf's the other one. Joyce is a criminal. There's an odd number of innocents above Zora. Don't know that yet, but I'm wondering if we come back down here now because Nancy, we know how many innocent neighbors Nancy has now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Nancy has more than Helen, so Helen has to have less than 4. 2, 3, 4. So these 3 can't all be innocent. There's an odd number of innocents above Zara. But, okay. We haven't looked at this one yet. Vince and Alex have an equal number of innocent neighbors. Vince and Alex. So Alex is at the top. Vince is down here. Vince has 2 innocent neighbors. So Alex must also have 2 innocent neighbors, and Emily and Freya are 1 of each. Betty must be innocent. There we go. Okay. Helen and Will have an equal number of innocent neighbors. Helen and Will. Well, here's Will. Helen's up here. Equal number of innocent neighbors. Well, we know Helen has 3 or less. Will has 3 already. So Helen must have 3. Will must have 3. Zavi is a criminal. Okay, so we can get rid of that. So we know Helen has 3. So 2 of these 3 are innocent and 1 is a criminal. I'm gonna mark those 3. We know there's 2 innocents. It'll help us remember that there's something going on with those 3 at least. Nancy has more innocent neighbors than Helen. We already did that. All innocents in row 1 are connected. Okay. So, but we don't know, because 2 of these 3 are innocent. So you could have Clyde and Diane. But, right. So Clyde and Diane can't both be criminals, right? One of them is innocent. If Diane is innocent, Clyde is innocent, because they all have to be connected. So you couldn't have a criminal in between Betty and Diane. So if Diane is innocent, Clyde is innocent. If Diane is a criminal, that's the one criminal among the 3 that we flagged, so Clyde is innocent. So either way, Clyde is innocent. That's me. I'm just working here. Okay. So we've already used that. There's an odd number of innocents above Zara. Odd number of innocents above Zara. Well, we know there's 1 between Diane and Mary. So if Sam were innocent, there'd be 2. That would be even. Sam must be a criminal. Okay. There is only 1 innocent in column D. Well, that's Diane or Mary, so Zara is a criminal. Odd number of innocents neighboring Betty. Betty has an odd number of innocents. Well, there's 1 in these 2 flagged ones. There's Clyde. That's 2. That's even. Alex needs to be innocent to make an odd number. And then now we probably need to use the, well, we need, let's see, there's 4. We need 3 for Helen. Okay, we've already got that. Yep. So, odd number of criminals on the edges. That's what I figured. We're going to come down to that. So, odd number of criminals. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 criminals along the edges. Mary and Diane are 1 of each. So, that's a 6th criminal. We need an odd number. Therefore, Emily is a criminal and Freya is innocent. Worked in my life. There are more innocents than criminals in row 3. Well, we have 2 and 1. If Mary is a criminal, they will be the same number. So Mary must be innocent and Diane is a criminal. There you go. All right. Very nice. Less than 7 minutes on a tricky. I think that's pretty good. I don't really know. But let me know how your solve of this tricky one went and which clue you had the hardest time, figuring out the logic for. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more.